Good morning to Boston. Good morning, Boston.
Good morning.
All right, let's hear this side of the room. Good morning, Boston.
Good morning.
Even better. Even better. Anyway, welcome to our Salesforce1 tour. Welcome to the Heinz Convention Center. Welcome this morning. I hope you enjoyed the Boston Police bagpipe players. They were fantastic. How about another round of applause? Now, I'll tell you an interesting story when we were trying to figure out the production for this event. And this is, I think this is our fourth event since Dreamforce, and I'll talk about that in a second. But we were thinking about some form of entertainment, and what should we do? And I said, hey, you know, it's Boston, we get some local flavor. How about if we get the Dropkick Murphys? Everybody know the Dropkick Murphys? Well, we didn't get the Dropkick Murphys, but I'm pretty sure we had some Murphys in that band. Just, I married a Kelly, so I can say that. Anyway. Welcome to Boston. This is my hometown. I live in Boston. I grew up in a little village 20 miles away, Lexington. For those of you who are locals, I don't know if there's any Lexingtonians in the crowd. I know there's some. All right. Well, special. We're giving you passes to Dreamforce this year for that. Anyway, so I'm very, very thrilled to be here. I'm excited that we are here in Boston. I think a lot of people are excited that we're here in Boston. Salesforce has a presence in Boston, so I think people are very, very thrilled. We haven't actually had this event in Boston, I think, for about 3 years, if I'm not mistaken. So it's great to be back in the hood, if you will, and I'm glad to be part of it. I've been with Salesforce for 10 months, which feels like 10 years in a very good way. So I think that the people of Boston should be thrilled with this event. Let's certainly hope so. And I think there are a lot of things that we can be very happy about here in Boston. Certainly we have opening day coming up for those Red Sox fans. Hopefully everybody's feeling really good about that. And, you know, there are other people who are probably a little bit excited about this event. I think we have 2,300 people or 2,500 people. This is our fourth one. As I mentioned earlier, we've done Philadelphia, we've done New York, we've done Australia. And those people are pretty excited. So hopefully all of you will be excited by today. Yes? Yes? Huh? All right. So I know one person in the crowd who's very, very excited. My mom is here. How about a round of applause for my mom? Do I look okay? Tie's okay? Makeup? I'm going to hear about this later. Thanks, Mom. Anyway. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're going to spend the next 90 minutes talking about some really great stories about the Internet of Customers and Salesforce1. We have some very, very exciting announcements that we're going to share with you. And we're going to talk about how you can connect with your customers in an entirely new way. So, again, we are very, very, very excited. Hope everything's okay over there. Very, very excited to be here. And I'll make sure that nobody walks over there. Anyway, let's get to this. And I want to start by saying thank you. So Salesforce has had tremendous, tremendous success, and the single core value that we think about every day here at Salesforce is customer success and making sure that customers are very successful. And when customers are very successful, then Salesforce has been very, very successful. So I'd like to ask everybody who is a Salesforce employee in the room to stand up, please. All Salesforce employees, please stand up. These are pictures of our customers. The mayor, the very handsome mayor, is in the second row. If you can check him out, he's wearing a beautiful blue tie on the pictures here. I want the Salesforce employees to say thank you. A round of applause to all of our customers, please. It is without a doubt, our success is squarely attributed to your commitment over the last 15 years of the company's history, your wisdom in certainly using our products and making great product selections. We applaud your intelligence in that regard. But seriously, we could not be in this position without you. We are so fortunate to have such a great customer base and great customer loyalty and enthusiasm. And the interaction that we enjoy with our customers, I think, is unprecedented in the industry. So we just want to say again, thank you so much for making Salesforce everything that it has been today in shaping our products, shaping our product strategy, helping us figure out new ways to deliver a value and service our customers. Thank you. Thank you. Please give yourselves a round of applause. We really appreciate everything you've done. Now, because of everything that you've done for us, all this great success that the company's had, and again, we really feel like it's attributed to the customer value that we've been able to drive, we've gotten some pretty good accolades. Not too shabby. I mean, some of you may be familiar with these things, but obviously Gartner, which we'll talk about in a second, has named us as the #1 CRM company in the world. Forbes, and this is pretty lofty praise, Forbes has named us as the most innovative company in the world 3 years in a row, which is pretty amazing. I mean, we're really happy about that. I think that's kind of a passing the Clayton Christensen test, which is pretty high praise. We've gotten some other terrific accolades. Fortune said that we're one of the top 100 companies to work for. Salesforce is a destination company. We have some enormous talent in the company, and we're very, very proud of it. In fact, this year we're ranked #7, but 6 years in a row we've been on this list. So again, a lot of this starts with our customer success and you driving our culture. And then most recently, we were named as one of the 50 smartest companies in the world. That's pretty cool. I think my mom's probably pretty happy about that. But actually, we were ranked 5th. Salesforce was actually ranked 5th. Now, I don't know who was 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, but hopefully next year we'll be, let's say, 4, 3, 2. I don't know if we'll be #1. But the first 4 are probably across the river in Kendall Square. That's my guess. And they probably did the polling as well, but I don't know for sure. But anyway, we're very, very proud of this. You can see a picture of Mark on Forbes. Again, all of this is because of what you've done for us as a customer. Now, many of you are familiar with Gartner. How many of you actually use Gartner in your, to advise you in your technology decisions? You could raise your hand. It's okay. You probably, we have some Gartner people in the crowd, so the Gartner people just raised their hands. Anyway, Gartner, for those of you who aren't familiar with Gartner, they're widely held as a just kind of top-shelf industry analysts. They're people that you go to. It's a firm that you would go to get great advice around technology decisions and how to deploy technology. And really, the company's roots are in Salesforce automation. I think everybody who's familiar with Salesforce would know that. But you can see that Gartner has ranked us as #1 in Sales Cloud. We're in the Magic Quadrant in the upper right quadrant. That's exactly where you want to be. There's quite a bit of distance between us and the next level of competition. And then you can also see that our portfolio is very broad and very deep. This is not just about Salesforce automation. This is not just about Sales Cloud, which is wonderful. Again, it's how this company was built. But we also are #1 in Service Cloud. We're #1 in Platform. We recently made an acquisition in the summer time of a company called ExactTarget to fill out our Marketing Cloud and Marketing Cloud automation capabilities. And I believe that pretty soon we'll be ranked #1 in Gartner's Magic Quadrant in Marketing Cloud. So you can see that we're not in Kansas anymore. We're in Boston now. It's a different place. This is not Salesforce automation. We are a multi-cloud, very powerful, deep footprint with rich functionality, able to solve customer business problems in the cloud. And we're very, very excited about it. And again, all of this is because you help create a culture here at Salesforce that drives us towards customer success and driving customer value, and we're very, very proud of these accomplishments. Now, of course, it's great to get all these awards. Everybody loves the awards, right? We love the accolades. Our marketing team loves the awards. Our press team loves the awards. Our employees feel really good about it. And our customers should feel really terrific about the buying decision that they've made based on these recommendations. But, of course, there's always something called you got to put up the numbers. And we have had absolutely incredible success at Salesforce. And we were wildly proud of our success, again, thanks to you. And, for example, in our Q4, we put up 37% growth. That is unprecedented in the industry, especially when you're talking about a multi-billion-dollar enterprise software company. I don't think it's ever done. In my experience of almost 30 years in this industry, I don't think we've ever seen 37% growth year over year in a quarter, 33% growth in an entire year. The fastest second half growth that we've seen since FY08. We did $1 billion in revenue in our fourth quarter. We guided forward this year to $5.25 billion in revenue. Okay? So these are phenomenal statistics, and we are growing, and that is because you the customer base, our partners, you are voting, you are adopting, you are embracing the cloud and all the technology that comes with the cloud, and this is just incredible stuff that we're seeing. And these are some of the world's greatest brands. Now, if you look at this roster of customers, I think everybody would recognize most of these brands. You can see some of them are global brands. We have Philips, who's here today. We have HP. We have P&G. But I'm really proud as a Bostonian to say we have brands that are local brands that have helped to driven our success. The city of Boston is a Salesforce user. Dunkin' Donuts. Who drinks Dunkin' Donuts? Okay, there's probably some of that Seattle Starbucks stuff around, but Dunkin' Donuts is where it's at. We have Dunkin' Donuts as a customer. State Street Bank, which is a Boston institution, and actually, this is where my son works. State Street Bank is a customer. Northeastern University, a great institution in the Boston area. Prudential, everybody knows who Prudential is. And of course, EMC, one of the great global technology companies in the world, is here in Boston, and they are a great strategic partner of Salesforce's. And so between our customer base and our great employees and these wonderful companies and our trajectory, which is unprecedented, again, multi-billion-dollar enterprise applications company growing at over 30% a year, really amazing. I will tell you, we not only have our eyes set on SAP, but we will be passing SAP. SAP is the largest enterprise applications company in the world. We believe that we will be passing SAP. We will be passing SAP as the largest enterprise applications company in the world. They are the third largest software company in the world. We believe that we will be the third largest software company in the world. And we will do it because we have tremendous products, we have tremendous people, we have great vision coming from our CEO, we sell solutions, we solve customer problems, and we have the best customers in the world. And that's why we know that we will continue this trajectory, we will continue to make you successful, and we will vector in and pass SAP in the coming years. So we're very, very, very excited about that. Now, we love Boston, and we love Boston so much that we opened an office in Boston. Seemed like a pretty good idea, just a couple blocks down in 500 Boylston. It's a wonderful building. It's built for customers. We want you to come and visit us. We have a CVC there. We want you to come in and talk about your business problems, and we can present our vision of the future for you based on industry solutions. We have 150 employees in the region. We figure we're going to be doubling that in no short order. And our growth worldwide, internationally, has been fantastic with headcount. We've got 36% growth worldwide. So we are continuing to invest in our people and investing in our customers and expanding our presence so that we can better serve our customers. But please, please visit us in the Boston office. You can see we had our opening day on March 25th. Not exactly opening day at Fenway, but pretty close. We tried to mimic it with our little opening day cookies there with the Red Sox front and center. So hopefully those cookies are still there if you join us and you can have a bite of those cookies because they were pretty good. I think I ate too many. Anyway, that is our Boston office. And there's probably something that you don't know about Salesforce. Maybe you do. Salesforce is not all about the vision for the industry. It's not all about the cloud. You know, Mark Benioff is a vision for the industry. He created the cloud. We've created a bow wave of the industry. We have a bunch of cloud companies jumping in our wake, and that's terrific because that better serves all of our customers. But Mark is also a pioneer in philanthropy. And so when the company was formed 15 years ago, there was a conscious decision to say this is not just about driving revenue. This is also about giving back to the community. And we created the Salesforce Foundation. And Salesforce Foundation is actually run by a woman named Suzanne DiBianca, who is a tremendous, tremendous executive, does a terrific job. She is very hands-on and really drives this foundation. And this is really built on a model. We call it the 1-1-1 model, which is all about 1% of time is given to the community, 1% of the company's equity is given to the community, 1% of the company's product is given to the community. So it's really built on a model of doing something for the community in mission-based organizations. And I will tell you that when we interview candidates and when we attract candidates, and we've done a very good job of doing this, it really is something that people want to come here for. They want to do something. If you're hiring people out of college or people in their 20s or people in their 30s, they absolutely want to be part of something. It's not just about collecting a paycheck. It's about doing something for the community. So it's really an integral part of our company. It's part of our DNA. It's part of our fabric, and we love it. And you know, you can see these statistics. They're just absolutely fantastic. Almost 600,000 hours of service have been given by the company to mission-based organizations in the community. Over 55 million in grants have been given to these organizations. Over 20,000 nonprofit organizations run our technology so that they can accomplish their mission. And we're very, very, very excited about this because for us, this is about changing the world. It's an opportunity to really have an impact in the community. And this model is so compelling and has been so successful that many organizations, many companies, a lot of them in Silicon Valley, some of them locally, they've adopted this model. You can see Google has adopted this model. They think it's a great idea. VMware has adopted this model. Blue Wolf, Box, Yelp, they've all adopted this model because they want to give back to the community. And I will tell you personally, when I came on with Salesforce, I knew a little bit about the foundation. I didn't know a lot about it. But in the 10 months that I've been here, I've had the opportunity to participate in some of these mission-based organizations, and it makes a difference. You feel good about yourself, you contribute to the community, and it really makes for a better experience for yourself on a personal basis. So what I'd love to do now is to recognize, because I know we have some of these people in the audience, if we could have anybody who's with a mission-based organization or an NGO, could you please stand up? We want to give you a round of applause. Please stand up if you're with one. Please. Thank you. Now, I know that everybody is busy. We're all busy. We all have full lives. We have families. We have friends. We have hobbies. Oh, yes, we have work. And I'm sure many of you do this already. But if you don't, please, please, please consider taking the time, identifying a mission-based organization that you feel comfortable with, that you want to get involved with, and just give a little bit of your time. It makes a huge difference. You'll feel really good about it. You'll be demonstrating leadership, personal leadership. You'll be demonstrating leadership for your corporation. And I think it's a very, very worthwhile thing to do. So again, I would ask that you all consider doing this if you're not doing it already. So in any one of these events, what we try to do is, because this is important to us, the community is very important to us, we like to lead by bringing up a local mission-based organization and having them talk a little bit about what they do. And we have City Year here, which is a Boston-based organization. We're going to play a video or a film about City Year. And how City Year is able to help kids. So why don't we roll that now?
Every 26 seconds, a student gives up on school. That's over 1 million kids a year. Research shows that if we focus on those 10% of schools that create the 50% of dropouts, we can make a huge and lasting impact. City Year is an education nonprofit that's powered by young people.
We recruit Corps members, 17 to 24-year-olds, to engage in a year of national service.
City Year Corps members work with students all day, from when the first student arrives to when the last student leaves the after-school program.
We're in 25 cities. We have an expansion plan that will have us in 35 cities within the next 10 years. The technology strategy at City Year is not only to provide scale, but primarily to give time back to the Corps members, to eliminate from their day the administrative burden of photocopying back at the office or recording on clipboards, and ultimately providing them with mobile devices where they can not only measure but see the results of working with students.
Salesforce, it's really intuitive. I could train a Corps member in less than 10 minutes. We can see how students are progressing, not just in 1 year, but through the pipeline that City Year provides for students in schools.
The power of using Salesforce for an organization like City Year that's national is that even though I run the City Year San Jose site, I can see what's going on in City Year Boston. I can see what's happening in City Year Chicago or Miami.
Do you want to try one more?
What I see are Corps members really thinking even more critically about the time that they have with students, about how to use that time well, as well as how to plan that time even more effectively than I think we were doing before.
It's important to our supporters to know that we're having real impact in schools. Our donors don't want us to just note how much they gave. They want to know that when they gave $20 to an event, it went to something great. If you asked me a year ago how many donors we had at City Year San Jose, I don't know if I could tell you. Because of duplicates, because of multiple systems, I couldn't tell you how our students were doing real time.
Donor management is probably the 800-pound gorilla in the elephant in the room. It's extremely important for us to understand the diversity in the ways that we engage with people. Pulling up a major donor and seeing the 7 or 8 different ways in which we've engaged with them over time. Round Cause delivered this many-to-many ability, and it came with support. It's a rare organization that comes in prepared for that conversation and will be much more relevant and much better partners.
Salesforce is going to allow us to build on what we've already done and how we're going to impact more kids as we look ahead. Salesforce is going to change the way that nonprofits do business.
How great was that? How about a round of applause for City Year? Now, we are fortunate enough to have a senior executive from City Year with us today, Wells Hatch, the CIO and SVP. Please join us in welcoming Wells.
Thank you, Pete. Thank you very much.
Nice to see you. You've got to come to work every day and feel really good about what you do.
It is a gas, and it's the most fun I've had in my career. Most every day has the target-rich environment, which is a growing not-for-profit, and the tool set that we're deploying to support that. Fridays are especially good at City Year because that's when the core members, after having spent a week in the schools, come back to headquarters for meetings, community meetings, trainings, and the place is just electric. It's really fun.
And that's all because of the impact that they have with the kids that they're working with.
They have had a solid week of all of the challenges of working with kids that are at risk of dropping out, and they come back and they are fired up to do it again the next year. These are kids, 17 to 24-year-olds, I'd say young adults, that have elected really to do a year of national service. So they are operating in the 25 cities where we work around the country, and there are core members active in the United Kingdom and in Johannesburg, South Africa. Those are affiliates of City Year.
So there's really a global reach. This is not just a local organization. It's not just in Chicago. It is all over the world.
We like to think that the model has relevance for communities around the world, and we've been very successful in getting it established in the United Kingdom. There is, along with that, a deepening sort of appreciation for the national service movement. And we've, in the UK, gotten a lot of support for that.
Well, I love the concept. I think everybody here could get rallied around this, and especially, again, being a local person here, I love the fact that you're having an impact on the city kids who really need this type of help. So any kind of thoughts about the partnership with Salesforce, how you've used our technology, what sort of benefit it's had for City Year in achieving its mission?
Sure. We started on a technology strategy really 5 years ago. So having had really solid success with the impact that we're having with students around the country, have been asked really to scale operations. And the organization took a hard look at what was going to be needed to make that happen. And of course the tool set and being able to deploy into the cloud and really keep a promise that we made as part of that strategy, which was if you can get to the web, you can get to your tools. We're in 242 schools around the country today. We'll be in probably pressing that number closer to 300 next year, elementary and middle schools. And we have to establish connectivity, and we need to be able to get and connect the core member teams to the tools that are going to enable them to do their work. So we're what I call a triple play with Salesforce. We use CRM, and in our instance, we think of C as constituent relationship management, and we use that as a tool to manage all the different ways that we engage with the folks that have come to City Year, either as alumni or core members or staff, but certainly donors, board members, influencers. And then we use Service Cloud internally as the tool that we manage for issues and support. And then we have a third tool that we use that was available on the App Exchange. The folks at Acumen Solution put it together, called SchoolForce, which is a student information system, and we use it to manage the interventions and the work that the core members do in the schools.
You know, it's a great cause, it's a great use of our technology, and it's a great story. Thanks for sharing it with us today. It's just terrific stuff. Thanks so much.
It's really my pleasure.
You bet.
Thanks.
Thank you. Nice job.